Ever wondered why some products fly off the shelf very easily, while some just sit there collecting dust on supermarket shelves? It's not just about the product, but how you present the product. Let me introduce to you what is called the VIEW framework. So if you have a product and you want that product to sell and get off the shelf so easily in supermarket and superstores, use this VIEW framework as a guide. V-I-E-W. V standing for visibility, I standing for informative, E standing for emotionally engaging, and W standing for workability. I'll explain. Talking about the V, which is visibility. Does your product stand out on the shelf or on the online market? So here's the idea. If your packaging or brand does not grab attention within the first 3 to 5 seconds of just looking at it, you risk the possibility of being overlooked. Your product must be beautiful and engaging so that it grabs attention. The second part, does your packaging clearly communicate what your product is about and what it stands for? So if you have things like FDA approval, NAFDAC approval, and so on and so forth, they should clearly be legible on the pack. Is your product natural? Is it safe? Is it organic? So all of this should be clearly spelled out on the pack. Your product pack must be legible and informative, especially talking about also the ingredients. It must be clear enough, for everyone to see. So remember the V, visible and then informative. It takes us to the E test, which is emotionally engaging. Does your brand have an emotional connection with your customers? Customers' buying decision is mostly driven by emotions and not logic. People like to buy something they have, a sort of a feeling about. So you must try to create an emotional appeal with your customers. That takes us to the fourth point, which is workability. In workability, is your product packaging functional, user-friendly, and convenient? Can it be reused and kept properly, recycled, and so on and so on? So the VIEW test is a functional framework that helps you to define and refine your product packaging so that it appeals to your customers more. You want that product to fly off the shelf easily? Use this VIEW test as a framework to guide every product development. Remember, it must be visible, it must be informative, it must have an emotional appeal, and look at the workability, usability, and then functionality of your product.